Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the pipeline. What's up, Big Tyke? Salute. Thanks, thanks for the comment. Who else in here? I'ma address a couple things, y'all. Y'all pull on in here. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Hold on, y'all. Let me get set up. Let me get in here. I was on a call, y'all, a conference call. That's why I ran a little bit late. I was behind having a very motivational conversation that kind of went on longer than what I thought it would go. Uh, Hold on, y'all. Let me get to these emails. Cause y'all know what? I don't know if they back doing blogs on me or what is going on, but there's some stuff that's real fishy been going on with these little emails coming in. That's not it don't bother me at all. It's just they scattered all over the place. I got people hit me about the Mo3 emails and about I got some Book the Bandit emails, I got some Mo3 emails, and I got some who else was in there? Somebody asked about Alicia Morel. So I'm gonna talk about a few of them things today and answer a few of these emails, but I just think it's weird that I'm not saying that it's weird because people always email me about different things or if they have questions because my regular subscribers who listen to me, y'all get these, but I guess depending on how it come through their news feed or something, because that's the only thing I could think of. Or is one of these bloggers back making videos again? So I don't know either which way it go. It don't make me a difference. I'm going to still keep spitting my content the way I've been spitting it. But y'all, before I even go into all of that, right, I want to bring up something that I think is very weird about what we was just, about one of my phone conversations I just had. Like, why is everybody having power outages? What's up with these power outages? Like I've been seeing, I don't know if y'all seen it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the pipeline. If you in here, hit the like button for me. Feel free to comment, come chop it up. Subscribe to the channel. Y'all can hit the like button, hit the bell. Golly, don't do me like that. But listen, I keep hearing about my bad, y'all. I keep hearing about these power outages that's going on. And is it from the heat, y'all? Is it too hot? Is it the 5G towers? Like, what is going on in all these places with these power outages? And ain't no storms in their areas. Like, what is it? Have y'all been hearing? I don't know. I'm quite sure y'all probably been hearing it and seeing it too. Why is people having so many power outages the last 2 weeks? Is it a hurricane or something I'm not knowing about? Is it some kind of hacking going on through the pipeline like we experienced with the gas? Remember I was telling y'all last year about how the pipeline ended up getting hacked. Like I never knew you could hack a gas pipeline that runs through the world. I never knew that. But remember that story we was covering about the gas hacking last year? I forgot what month was that I was talking about that. Because it wasn't too long ago. I think, was this like October or September or something? We was talking about that that hacking that went on, and then we was talking about the guy who saved, the young guy who was a professional hacker who didn't know that he had broken into the medical malware system and had fixed a system back from all the medical records getting leaked overseas in the United States hospital. It was around that time when I was talking about that young guy. And they ended up arresting him after he's supposed to have saved millions and millions of people personal information from getting hacked by these hackers or whatever in the medical field. Like, it was crazy. That was a story. I really can't really remember the full extent of the story, but I do remember the kid was like 23 And remember, I told y'all the CIA and the feds came and surrounded his Airbnb and waited for him to come outside. Like he had no clue that what he did was as big as it was. It hit the news. It was viral. It was groundbreaking news. What this young man did was 23 or 24. And they tracked him down through his device. And as soon as he walked out, the CIA and the feds took him to jail. Ain't that something? So that's what made me bring up the story about the power outages or whatever. Like, do y'all remember them blackouts and stuff we had last year? I just think it's strange. I really can't put my finger on it yet because we was really just talking about it on the phone conversation I had about how people's losing so much power. So what do y'all think that is, right? So today, it was a strange chain of events for me today. And why it was so strange, I don't know. But I have made the decision to not join no bloggers' lives. And this is why. I pulled up to 5 people lives today. 5 people. Most of the time, if I go to a person live, I really don't even comment behind the stuff I be having going on with these bloggers and stuff. And I really I don't have no beef with nobody. People have a problem with me. I don't know what it is, but however it go, every time I go into somebody live stream, I feel like the energy is off. Either they were in the live or little subliminals or the energy is weird to me. So I made a decision not to join no other bloggers' lives. It doesn't benefit me. I don't see no kind of handout, not even necessarily a handout, but here, little sis, I see you over there. You need some little help. Y'all know how many times I have reached out to these same bloggers who lives I jumped on today. And I kind of felt like it was kind of weird, but it ain't no shots thrown, but I'm just letting it be known. Y'all more than welcome to come over here if you like, but I'm not joining no other bloggers. And if you choose to unsubscribe, if you're a blogger behind me not joining your live, see you when I see you. Good luck. Nothing but peace, love, and prosperity. I just don't know if it's because, and this ain't the first time this has happened to me. This happened to me like 3 or 4 times. Every time I go try to pull up, the energy to me be weird or the little subliminals that rub me the wrong way. So I feel like this. When people was telling me other bloggers like, it's best not to even go and know other bloggers' lives. But I felt like, why not? There's supposed to be support. That is supposed to be support and unity. You rock with me, I rock with you. We support each other. That's just how I move, and that's how I get down. But I noticed with me being, I guess, I don't know if I'm still considered an underdog because a lot of these bloggers with these higher numbers that rock with me, and I follow them and they follow me, it just seemed like when it comes to the support system, I can email these people, reach out to these people. Hey, and I'm not saying everybody. If it don't apply, let it fly. But I have reached out, supported people's lives, comment on their stuff, and vice versa. I'm not gonna say they haven't came over here and supported me, but I just feel like when I jump in these lives, shout out to Authentic Life Uncut. Shout out to Big Timbo. Big Timbo always showed me support, always was there if I needed a helping hand. Another one, T3 Polar Bear. Shout out to Polar Bear. If I reach out, he'd do some things for me, help me out. Most Hated Blogger, shout out to him. He helped me out before. Shout out to JT the bigger figure. Much love. And also shout out to Miss Wanda Bruce. So it's a lot of supporters that I do have that I rock with tough. But at the same time, let's keep that energy. Let's keep the energy on the real type of level, because I never had disrespected none of these bloggers to feel however they feel when I pull up. I don't know if it's my content and the way I deliver my content. Is it intimidation? Like what is the problem when I come onto your lives and to your platform, or even when I reach out? So I don't know how y'all gonna take it, but that's how I'm pulling up, and that's how we gonna address it respectfully. Respectfully. So the question at hand with these emails, people want to know. I got about 6 emails within the last 3 days concerning the Mo3 case. Now, I back completely up out of the Mo3 case. It was my first case, first thing I ever jumped on when I started blogging. Got good numbers covering the Mo3 case, but I never was in it for numbers because I didn't know what I was doing. Sort of like now, I still don't know too much from when I really started. I learned. I'm not gonna say I haven't learned a lot. It was a lot that I did learn, but I still got a lot of stuff to learn that I still don't know how to do, which probably is simple. But I just don't have the time to put into the channel the way I want to put into it. But that's cool because it will get there. Thank you to my supporters that's still rocking with me. Thank you to my supporters that's still jigging with me. Shout out to y'all. So anyway, I'm getting these emails these last couple of days about the Mo3 case. So people want to know why I left. It was simple. It was messy over there. Only thing I was covering was the crime scene. I didn't care about what nobody else had going on in the Mo3 case. Only thing I was covering was that was one of my favorite rappers, and I couldn't believe he was gunned down broad daylight on the highway like that. I think that was one of the most tragic ways. I mean, we hear about a lot of these artists and rappers, and we see how they, get done. But I think still to date, the way Mo3 was done was one of the most heartless ways I think we all like. I have seen in this culture. Like, who get done like that? So when I jumped into the Mo3 case, it was really out of love and trying to really figure out what happened to him. He was one of my favorite artists. Mo3 was. So when it broke that he passed away, I got the news like everybody else got the news. I'm like, dang, now Mo3, they did him like that. So as I was just curious myself, like trying to figure out like what happened, I started my blogging career just like a lot of y'all sitting at home, simply watching YouTube, seeing it come across the headline, seeing people talking about it. But when I jumped on it, I was following Duke Pharaoh because Pharaoh was Duke Pharaoh. Shout out to Duke Pharaoh. He was one of the first bloggers that I really seen really talking about it before I even started jumping into the blogging game. So as I just started doing my curiosity and hearing everybody little stories coming out, I'm like, nah, it's something missing. Like nobody is talking about the crime scene. Like how do a person get done like that? And nobody is really going into depth. Like we heard the news talking about it and whatnot, but you know how the streets is, we be wanting to know more details. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a little video and just give my opinion, right? I didn't have a clue what the hell I was doing. I didn't know my numbers was gonna do what they was gonna do, right? I didn't have a clue I was gonna end up in a blogging war, have to pick sides and beefing with a few of them bloggers. Like, I didn't know the blogging game was as cutthroat as the music industry. And y'all know I'm come from the music industry. And y'all know I have a lot of ties to different things that come with creative arts, whether it's writing, reading, speaking, activism work. I do leukemia drives. I do AA meetings. I work with women in homeless shelters. I do a lot of work in my community and other communities where I travel to do it as a musician. So when I got into this blogging thing, I tried to come from a point of view of having just basic common sense, a good heart, and reporting the news from a street perspective, coming from a female in layman terms that could break these events that I've personally experienced or I've been through, or the stuff that we see on TV. I try to be an urban journalist, female blogger that try to give y'all the news and away from our communities without all the bougie shit, because I'm bougetto. I'm bougie and I'm hood at the same time. And I live in my truth and I don't never forget where I come from. And I'm not going to never lose sight of where I'm going. So when I started this, I didn't know it was going to do what it was going to do. So when my numbers get low and stuff like that, never bother me. Subscribers and numbers. I love to see my channel grow, but I never knew I would get as many subscribers as I get. Like, honestly, I'm telling y'all, I never even thought I would even get 50 subscribers. You hear me? I'm just basic reporting here, record, and just talking. So when the Mo3, when I get these emails, they ask me, one person asked me in one of the emails, like, why did you stop showing your face? Because I be tired, I move around, and certain times I just don't want to show my face. I always wanted to do radio broadcast, and I love speaking on the mic. I get tired of always being in front of cameras, so my way of not showing my face no more was kind of like, let me still do what I love doing, but let me just talk. Let me just talk like a radio station, right? That's why when you come over here, I say where we got more audio than visuals. Every now and then, y'all know I'm gonna show y'all some footage. I don't mind showing my face. I'm not scared to come outside. I gotta go outside. I'm a mother, I'm a businesswoman, I'm a musician. I gotta go outside. So it's not the point that I'm afraid to show my face. I do that. That's what I do. But with me being tired and stuff and doing what I do, sometimes I don't want to do all that. I don't know how to edit videos. There's still a lot of stuff I don't know how to do. So I feel like if I can't do it the way I kind of want to do it, I'd rather not really put a lot into it 100%. But I love blogging and I love my pipeline. So when I come, I give y'all my truth. So that's the answer to one question, why I stopped showing my face. Another question was, do I feel like the Mo3 lie detector, the Boosie and lie detector test, did I feel like it was something weird to it, or what my thoughts was about the lie detector test? And I simply think I don't like how Boosie played his hand on it. My personal opinion. I feel like Mo3 was more up in front with his information, and I felt like Boosie either didn't want to let Mo3 know how he was moving, or he just felt like certain things was confidential, but I felt like the energy wasn't reciprocated in the room. And that was my personal opinion, and I spoke on that in one of my previous Mo3 videos, but that was just my opinion, right? So, hold on, I'm gonna answer another question, because I don't mind talking about nothing. I don't mind living in my truth. If it's a thought, it's a thought. You know, if it's proof to back that up, then we're gonna back that up. Another one I remember saying, like, oh, you said Mo3 got shot 16 times. Well, I read a document. I think I showed y'all that document if y'all go back to one of my videos. Now, we know everything on the internet is not real, but I have found a document on Google or whatever. It wasn't like it was like a when you Google search it, it was like the third one at the bottom or something. Everything I talk about that I would want the world to see or research, I will show the receipt. That's what I do. I will show receipts with no problem, whatever it is. So I had pulled it up or whatever. So that's where I got that from. So I had did another video saying I don't still believe it's a real true fact on how many times Mo3 was shot. That's just my opinion. They saying he was shot twice, then I heard once, then I heard like 5 times. My thing is, them big boy guns, them AK, them choppers, them Uzis, and the way they chased him down with, they spit out multiple bullets at one time. And from with me covering the crime scene and what I had saw, it just seemed like he got shot multiple times. Not saying I agreed with the 16 shot theory that I found on Google. I just still I don't think it has been proven how many times he was actually shot. We still do not have that proof. Only thing we have is word of mouth. I mean, I think Rainwater said something allegedly. I don't even know Yo Gotti. I mean, if Cole Gotti has even addressed how many times 3 was shot, I'm not sure. But to me, I think it's still questionable with how many times he got shot. I still think, to me, my opinion, I think it was more than one person who put that hit out on Mo3, and that was just my opinion. That was just my opinion. It just seemed like dealing with that case, and just from me covering the crime scene or whatever, it just still seemed like it was too many pieces missing in the Mo3 story, even in the overall case. I mean, it was tied up with, like, it seemed like politicians was involved, and there was artists involved. Then it was supposed to have been church people and drug money getting cleaned through the church. I don't know if this is true. This is allegedly. This is speculation and this is rumors. I still think it's some more stuff to this Mo3 story. By the time that trial is done and over with, I do not think Keywan was the dude in the black on the freeway. That's just my opinion. They saying it was Keywan, but then when Keywan got picked up, it was was it the gang task force or the drug task force that picked him up? Like, and then I think they picked him up on some gun charges and some drugs or something. I don't know. It just still seemed like it's some other people involved in that case. And that's all I really could say about that. I pretty much stopped with the case like I do the rest of my cases that I cover. Just talk about them for a little bit and then I move on to the next, because what I can't do, what I'm not, is the police. But what I can do is try to make common sense of what happened from a citizen's point of view. Because we all still wonder, like, what happened to this person? What happened to that person? What happened to this? So as I cover these stories, I try to bring things more closer into light. About time I feel like I covered enough of the story, then I would have to move on to the next, because at that point I feel like there's nothing else to really keep. I wouldn't even say, and I'm not going to use what's the word I would want to say I would want to use. I wouldn't want to keep using a person name in a story for clickbait. Because I feel like after a while, after you cover a story for so long, not saying bloggers don't be serious about the stories that they cover, but I feel like after a while it get dry. It's nothing really too much to talk about. The content pretty much gets slimmed down. At that point, then you just start putting jackets on people, accusing people and stuff of content and clicks. And I just feel like I'm not in it for that. So that's why I pulled away from the Mo3 case. It was really nothing else to really keep going on about. I was covering the crime scene, covered it for I think about 2 months, and then moved on to the next. And as y'all notice, I cover women's stories, I cover men's stories. Most of the stories I cover be artists. I have covered, like, about when I was telling y'all last night about the 3 people, the co-worker situation. I cover stuff like that. Like, I move around. It just depends on the story and what it is. Let me see. It was some more emails too. It was some emails that I had got about Courtney. It was some emails that came in about Mo3. And then it was one about Alicia Morel. Alicia Morel murder is still unsolved. Alicia Morel was another female artist. If y'all remembered, I covered. She was, I want to say Alicia was in her, I want to say she was 26, 20. I forgot how old Alicia was, y'all. Forgive me for that. Alicia was in her mid-20s. And she was gunned down in Atlanta, loading up her U-Haul truck. I think Alicia Morel was shot 5 times. I think they said 2 in the neck and 3 in the chest. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was a neck shot and the rest was chest shots or something bad. That was a sad situation. Alicia Morel was another up and coming female artist that was in Atlanta, and she was gunned down. So somebody had emailed me and was asking me about the Alicia Morel story. If her case is solved, her case is still open. I don't even think they have no witnesses. They don't have no suspects in custody. Last time I had received the email on Alicia Morel, that was somebody emailing me saying that they said that it was her cousin, allegedly, that did it or has something to do with it. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if this is true. But a young lady had emailed me and told me that her cousin allegedly, I guess, played a part in it or something like that. But it was no evidence that came out to support that statement. So that's why I didn't even put that out there when I was covering the Alicia Morel story. Justice for Alicia Morel too. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull this up. 210J. 210J, Lil Boosie lie detector thing was sketchy. He looked like he was annoyed by Mo3. Lil Boosie was on Beezy song during the beat. That's on me remix, going to a football game with Beezy. I do remember that. And that's what made me say I think that was the energy was off. I said the same thing. Thanks 210J for your comment. Okay, 210J said another one. Mo3. This about the Mo3. I don't think he was shot 16 times because his blood puddle was too small. It looked like he might have been shot like 3 times. They said he was shot in the head, but no blood came out of his head in the video when he was getting CPR. That is another thing that was weird. It was like we didn't even. It was like it was really no blood on the ground. It was like, did they move his body around? And then it was like one video picture we seen, the sweatshirt was down, and then another picture we seen, it was like the sweatshirt was up when he was giving the CPR. It was just some weird stuff. And then do y'all remember that person that rolled by on the freeway with the camera? That was weird too. That was weird. Rest in peace, Mo3, man. That was a good one. Very talented. One of my favorites. I think Mo3 will be remembered just like Tupac. I do. I think Mo3, the time that he was in, and the creative talent that he left us, like he was a great talent. Mo3 was naturally gifted, and that's why I always try to tell my subscribers: live in your truth, get into your true talents. Get into your true talents, because I really don't believe. I believe a lot of people is not. I'm not gonna. Let me rephrase that. I would say people would be more happier with themselves if they lived in their truth. If you really go after your true potential, and your true talents and your true gifts, I think you will amaze yourself. If we come out of depression and addiction and whatever come, the extra stuff that come with being mentally ill, I think people will really amaze themselves. I really do. I think people will amaze themselves. And when I talk about the mentally ill, it's very serious for me, because it's a lot of mentally ill people walking around here that's undiagnosed. And they are self-medicating themselves with the drugs and the alcohol. And I think that's how we getting a lot of these outcomes in these situations that's not ending well, due to the undiagnosis, and then self-indulgent in all of the bad habits. I think that's a big part of the crime that's going on. I do. I don't think, I think the internet play a big part too, because a lot, not saying a lot, but bloggers, depending on how you run your content with this internet stuff, a lot of people believe everything on the internet, and you have to be careful on who you watching and who you getting your content from, because it could create, and it's not just bloggers. This has been going on way before blogging even started. Like if we even go back to the Tupac and Biggie days with the East Coast and West Coast beef, that was fueled straight off of media. I don't think the fans picked a side like that. I think the world was forced to pick a side due to the media outlets creating the East Coast, West Coast beef. So that's how I feel about the internet stuff. Um, this one about Bug. Rick. Solid. Rick, right? She was set up by all parties involved. That right there, Rick. I think Bug was set up. Can we say by all parties involved? I really can't put that jacket on everybody, but I can say that I do think she was set up. I do believe that. I'm gonna leave that right there. Tori, I watched the cipher with Bug and it went hard. 100. Bug was dope. Bug was dope. Um Another one about Courtney. Y'all go sign the petition. Go to change.org, please, and go sign the petition for Courtney Bruce to get her own day and own street name in the city of Columbus. Y'all go over there and go sign the petition to change.org. And also go to GoFundMe. Please donate to Courtney Bruce headstone. The goal is to try to get her headstone before her birthday. If y'all seen when Miss Wanda came over, Courtney's mom came over to the pipeline and did the video. Y'all heard her say that she wanted by her birthday, if possible. Please go donate to the GoFundMe. Justice for Courtney Bruce. Kay. Kay said, she said, F the foe, I'm finna toss an 8, not F Columbus, I'm finna hit Atlanta. She said, wait a minute, she said F a foe, I'm finna toast an 8. Kay, we gonna have to go through Courtney lyrics because I thought she said, matter of fact, I'm about to play it. I'm finna play it, Kay. Let me see if I can put it in there. Because I'm gonna go to the lyrics. That's lonely. The song you talking about is Lonely, Kay. Let me pull it up. Because I remember the part that she talking about. Oh, the lyrics not up. I don't see the lyrics to Lonely. Hold on, let me see if this one is it.
Say goodbye to extreme routines. And make it easy with Morningstar Farms. Yeah, BT.
Rest in peace, Bud.
I hate feeling lonely, but I'm never lonely. I keep that pole on me. These streets can get breezy. My wrist too, can't even call on me right.
Cause y'all know I'm gonna have to delete this anyway, so I'm playing the music on here. Hold on.
Down, surrounded by the phonies, these niggas capping, they claiming that they know me. 23 and when they really had to show me fair, said I'm hard to find like the G and baloney. Whisper, they had to show me fair, said I'm hard to find like this. They house in the shoe, can't even call on me right now. Surrounded by the phonies, these niggas capping, they claiming that they know me. 23 and when they really had to show me fair, said I'm hard to find like the G and baloney. I hate feeling lonely. lonely, but I'm never lonely. I keep that pole on me. These streets can
Get breezy.
For my real niggas, they house in the shoe. Can't even call on me right now. To ride to show me fair, said I'm hard to find like a G and baloney. Whispers in the wall, spearing the vibe. I smell it in your pores. I see the hating, yeah. Come on, book, you ain't pay your ties. I just arrived. I'm finna bag a shorty and slide. That's life. She ain't fucking for free. She sees something in me. Is it me or my Dior sneaks? You gotta check now. You love fame. I think you love strange. I rock shorty to sleep. I think she love pain. Had to show 100 grand on me. Book a bandit. I keep a couple fans on me. I ran through the white girl. I got the tan on me. Proposed this host in the back to the Lambo. Congrats.
Here we go.
I just hands on another bank. I need a trip. Just me and Bay. Sliding down 95. We finna hit LA. Been bubbling since June and May. Fuck before I'm finna toast the egg, bitch. But I'm never lonely.
That it sounds like that's what she said to me. Okay. She did. It sound like she said, "F the foe, I'm finna touch the A." K, you said she said, "I'm finna toast a 8 to the number 8." You said toast to 8. I don't think that's what she said. Hold on, let's see, K. I'm not saying you wrong, but toasting to number 8. Why would she toast to the number 8? She said, "F the foe, I'm finna touch the A." Hold on, let's see.
These streets can get breezy. For my real niggas, they have to make. Fuck before I'm finna toast the egg, bitch. To the Lambo, congrats. I just hands on another bank. I need a trip, just me and Bay. Sliding down 95, we finna hit LA. Been bubbling since June and May. Fuck before I'm finna toast the egg, bitch.
It do say, K, it do say she said toast the A. I think I just heard that one. I think she did say toast the A.
Real niggas, they house in the shoe. Can't even call on me right now.
Toast the 8?
For my real niggas,
The number
they
8?
house in the shoe. Can't even call on me right
Okay,
now.
I think I get it. So I think I see the subliminal. I think.
23 when they really had to show me fair. Said I'm
One more time.
I keep that pole on me. These streets can get breezy. For my real niggas, they plotting down 95, we finna hit LA. Been bubbling since June and May. Fuck before I'm finna toast the A, bitch.
She did say toast. K, she did say toast the A. She said I'm finna toast the A. But I can't cipher if she said I'm finna toast the A, like the letter A saying Atlanta. I'm finna toast the A because she on her way there. Because I could picture her saying toast to the A versus the letter 8. From what you said, you saying the number 8 in the comment you put. Y'all know YouTube, I'm gonna get a copyright strike. So I'm gonna keep this video up for a little bit, but then I'm gonna take it down. Let's go to the next one, y'all. I miss Courtney, y'all. Courtney was the GOAT, y'all. It's still unbelievable what happened to Courtney. Rest in peace, Courtney Bruce. Talented young lady. Okay, this is listen, I don't even know how to pronounce. Camiana ship left on the plane. Why is mostly brothers clicking up with drain water and them? I'm done. Clicking up with drain water in number 7, and then for sure set Mo 3 up, and I'm sure that his brother knows. I don't know, y'all, but it do seem like Cole Gotti relationship and Rainwater relationship is pretty weird. Like, we see what's going on with Rainwater at number 7 now. Like, I don't know if they link back up or whatever. You know, I don't know if everything is cool on the business side. But I think, what was that, like a month ago, I was seeing stuff like, I guess number 7 and Rainwater was into it or whatever, allegedly. I don't know if it's true or whatever. But Don Don, I like Don Don. Don Don, he dope. I like him. He got some talent. Because my thing is, this is my thing, right, with a lot of these artists. I'm not they personal lives, I can't sit here and say nothing about what nobody else got going on in their real life. You hear me? Only thing I speak on is the talents. And regardless of what lifestyle they live, when the talent is there, you got to get credit where credit is due. When the creative is there, you got to give it to them when it's there. Even though with R. Kelly, like we see what R. Kelly went down for, but we can't take the talent from it. You can't take that from it. We seen with a lot of these artists, men and women, go through in their personal lives. But who are we to judge anybody on what they got going on in their personal life? I simply speak off the talents, and if I think they're a good talent. Now, whether if they use their talents in the right way or the wrong way, that's not up for my discretion. That's not up to me to judge them based off of what they choose to do in their personal lives. So when I speak on, I like this person, I like that person, regardless of how people feel. Like JT, shout out, like I love JT and Tisha Boo. Shout out to Tisha Boo, his wife. They helped me out when I did the interview. Let me tell y'all something about the JT, the Bigger Figure interview for me. I've been trying to get in touch with JT for about 10 years. When I was an artist on a label in California, that I felt like I was not getting treated right. But at that time, I was with a millionaire. Keep in mind, I didn't care about the music the way I wanted to, because I was living the life that most artists would only dream of. Most of these artists do a lot of faking, rental cars, rental houses, fake jewelry. So when I got on the label in California and I seen a lot of the facade was all bullshit and you really got to sell your soul, I'm like, I'm living like this in real life. This was before I fumbled the bag. I remember I told you I was with the millionaire for 3 years. I've been with the millionaire for 3 years. I was with a super producer for 4 years. And then I was also with a drug dealer in my early adulthood years. That was a big time drug dealer. So when I talk on these cases about these women and being with these high caliber men, even down to your working class citizen, regular men that work a job, I have been there and had my experiences with these type of caliber of men, whether if it was professionally or in a relationship. So I can give my opinion better than anybody else who have. If you haven't been in these situations and you just on the outside looking in, it's more easier for you to say what a person should have done or could have done. You had to be in these situations yourself or some type of experience of them to understand the pains and the psychological traumas that come with these relationships. Whether if you were a high caliber man or you were a low caliber man, it's still the same psychological traumas and self-esteem issues and ego issues and materialistic, all kind of emotional abandonment issues you got to deal with these men. And this is in all type of calibers. I have the experience. So when I speak my ghetto gospel and try to give y'all my truth, is not to brag or throw nothing in nobody's face. Those type of years, that shit came with pain. It came with pain, a lot of losses. It came with drug abuse, self-esteem issues. That's why you think I sit up here and I advocate and I really pour my heart out to these women that's living and chasing the wrong things. Because once upon a time, I was there. It wasn't nothing but God and my willpower to succeed on my own that put me in this situation where I was at. It took for me to go to jail, be homeless, fumble the bag 2-3 times, domestic violence. I am a survivor. So when I tell my story, I have no problem with living in my truth. I have no problem with telling my story. So when these bloggers call themselves exposing me, you can't expose something that I'm completely comfortable with living. And some of this stuff is on the internet. A lot of my life is on the internet. So why would I care and feel like, oh, people judge me on internet? I am a testimony. I was put here and I believe God created me to most definitely see success, but also go through the things that I went through to tell my story and to be a testimony to help change women's lives, because I know what's on that other side if you choose to live a good life, a positive life. You do not have to sell your soul and sell your body and humiliate yourself or your family to get the things that you want to acquire in life. It's simple. Dedication, perseverance, hard work. Hard work, because nothing is going to come easy. And ain't nobody about to give out nothing if a person don't see that you investing in yourself. That's why I tell people all the time, invest in yourself first. Invest in your craft first, because you don't have to have a lot of money to get your product or your idea to the right person or to the right people's hands. Once people see you even investing in yourself a little bit, God will send people your way. You don't always have to go out here and be on this demon time and be on this demonic energy to attract good seeds and blessings and enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's simple. Work hard. Discipline. Stay true to yourself, and most of all, stay true to the people around you. Because I'm going to tell y'all something that I heard from Steve Harvey not too long ago that makes sense. Loyalty comes with an expiration date. Loyalty comes with an expiration date. A lot of people say, I'm looking for loyalty. You got to be loyal. Be loyal to me. Loyalty have an expiration date, people. Do y'all not see what's going on with YSL? Young Thug, YSL. Loyalty has an expiration date. And a lot of these people who you used to know and used to trust and used to love, people has changed. They have switched up. Loyalty is not what it used to be anymore. And I'm not saying people can't still be loyal. It's still loyalty out there. But loyalty most definitely come with an expiration date. People you grew up in the sandbox with, used to be loyal to, they either informants or got some other stuff going on. I'm not saying informants, but either they messy or on drugs or living a different life from what you live in, or they could be in a situation to try to set you up or something out of envy and jealousy. Man, these people not who they used to be. You could be good and loyal to a lot of people. People will use you up. They will use you until you can't be used no more. And then when it comes to you looking for your loyalty within them, it's not there. I'm not saying all. But I'm saying loyalty comes with an expiration date. Even in relationships and friendships, business relationships, everybody loyalty don't last forever. Stop thinking people around you are just loyal forever. Y'all see Chicago came up with the term backdoor? What does backdoor mean? Most of the time you get backdoor, they say it's from the people around you and people who used to be loyal to you or you was loyal to them. So when I heard Steve Harvey break that whole analogy down on loyalty have an expiration date, I totally couldn't agree with it. I totally couldn't agree with it more because I never looked at it from that point of view. So next question. This about Courtney. Kiki Rose. Last comment. When there's too many pieces to the puzzle missing, sacrifice. # rest in peace, Courtney. I don't think Boog was a sacrifice. I don't. Not far as the industry and how these sacrifices and stuff go. I think Courtney was I think Courtney lost her life due to people being envious of her or maybe being entitled. A lot of people knew Courtney was leaving. And I believe the play started going in motion. I don't know if she maybe told people she was leaving or we heard it in the music too. But they didn't want her to go. A lot of people felt like they was left behind. So sacrifice, I don't think that was the case. I don't know. Kiki, email me pipelinenews2020@gmail.com like you did before, or pull up to one of the videos and comment on this one on far as what you mean it by sacrifice, because we could say sacrifice could mean a lot of different things. But if you saying sacrifice far as on the industry level to up the next person career, or that's because, you know, that's how a lot of them sacrifices go allegedly, is to up somebody career. I don't think that was the case in Courtney. I think it was just envy, clout. That's a bad drug right there. That clout is a bad drug. envy as well. And I think that's what happened in Courtney's case. Courtney wasn't a bad person. She wasn't moving reckless and sloppy or nothing like that. It was a target. I think it was a target planned thing that happened with Courtney. And that's what makes it sad, because she's such a beautiful person inside and out. You would never think nobody would even plot or try to mastermind something against her if it wasn't envy and jealousy. That's pretty much what it was, because she wasn't that type of person. Miss Core. Shout out to Miss Cora. I love me some Miss Cora, boy. Miss Cora said, Mr. Lockhart is involved, as sure as I am standing here. Now, a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel like that. They really do. 40 drop. She was in a car and drove herself to the hospital. That's not true. That's not true at all. Mr. Gambino, how can we say Black Lives Matter when we keep killing each other within our own communities, is my question. Our species is dying at an alarming rate, but when a white cop kills a black person, all of a sudden Black Lives Matter. Get the F out of here. We need to get it together, y'all. A bridge must be built so our species can live on. To the two young queens who lost their lives, I want to say, may you rest in peace. The kingdom, Yahweh, awaits you to paradise. That was nice, Mr. Gambino. The two females he was talking about was Bug and Alicia Morel. Another question. 52.5. Why did you stop doing music? I never stopped doing music. I'm an artist at heart. I'm going to do music to the day I die, and I will always get money off of my music. The thing with the music, I chose to this is the thing. I went independent after 2016. I had my situation with 1017 Brick Squad, and they tried to shelf me. And I felt like I wasn't about to be shelved when I was already getting more money than a lot of people that was in there at that time, due to my relationship I was in, and then also due to my endeavors. I felt like it was one artist over there that I really love, a female artist. Me and her both was over there, and we didn't even go with the whole deal. You know what I'm saying? With the whole contract thing. They brought us over there on some new artists. They discovered us, reached out to us. I didn't reach out to 1017. They came and got me. So at that time, when I was dealing with them between 2014 and 2016, Gucci Mane was in jail. I couldn't understand why they was moving the way they was moving with the two female artists that they did have at that time. Shout out to me and Miss Money. If y'all go check out Miss Money on Instagram, Miss Money has a blue check mark. Miss Money was getting a bag, and her music career has blossomed even before we both got proposition to go over to 1017. And then when that happened, I felt like, and Miss Money, she turned me on to some game, because she was telling me, like, sis, you really, man, you got your back. You can go ahead and invest and go independent. You ain't really got to sign with them. Like, I'm like, man, I ain't feeling it. Like, and I'm glad that I didn't. And Miss Money played a big part with that decision, with the information that she provided me, because when I seen how she was moving and how it was just me and her, and we was doing our thing, and then I had knew the history with them, with they artists. You know what I'm saying? This was before Mulatto was even there on the scene or whatever. So a super producer over there discovered me and came and got me. So when the things got to happen, and it was love over there with the super producer that I was working with, is nothing but love to him to this day. Me and him still do touch, and we still stay in touch. We still communicate. If he got something going on, he'll hit me up. Just like in Atlanta, when I go there on business, on music. I travel to still do music to this day. But the thing is, when I left that deal, after already going through my situation with different labels, I've been on like 5 different labels, like in the industry. Like man, listen, we can go, that's a whole nother video with these labels. So After that situation, 2015, 2016, I pretty much decided to step away for a minute. I kind of needed to get myself together. I had went through a lot of depression. I had took a lot of losses messing with this music industry. You know what I'm saying? Not only did I lose a lot of people, I lost a lot of money. I was going through relationship problems. And then at the same time, I was drugging and drinking real tough. So my mind, when you over there in that game, in that industry, your brain stay clouded. It's very few rappers. That's why I respect Kevin Gates a lot, them sober artists. I respect them because the pressure that come with being an artist is very depressing. It's nothing but hotel rooms, airports, flights, clubs, studio, and road. Every day is a constant cycle. You can't be with your family. You can't be with your loved ones. With holidays, you missing holidays, birthdays. Big mama died, auntie and them died. You too busy on the road. You miss out on a lot of priceless memories with the people that you love on the road. And that's why a lot of artists overindulge in drugs and alcohol. The life was very depressing. So after a while, I felt like I didn't need the industry no more. I was living a life that people only could dream of. So why would I go to the industry and sell myself short and keep going and doing all this little sneaky undercover shit with songs getting leaked? They giving your song, your beats to other artists, and your money ain't coming right on the back end. The music became too political for the artists to reap their rewards, to get their money. So after being connected to so many high caliber people coming up, because I was like, it's a long story with me. It's a long story with me. I've been through a lot. But I'm glad that God took me through the moments because I had to go through that to get me to where I am right now. Because even with all those good things came pain. Even after all of that, I still end up losing everything and going homeless and getting it back. So when I tell y'all this journey that these artists go through, especially women artists, I got every right to speak on the things that I speak on when it comes to domestic violence and when it comes to this music industry, because it's full of smoke and mirrors. And when I found that out after my second fall off and blowing the bag, I was like, you know what? I'm done with this shit. I started getting myself into rehab programs. I started doing self-development groups, and I started going to seminars, and then I started got myself in college. It was a lot of stuff I did to get me to where I am at right now. Because one thing I would never do is I would never sell my integrity and I would never sell my morals. My morality was everything. I didn't care how much a person had or what opportunity came my way. I'm not going back on my morals and my ethics and what I believe in. So with me being that kind of woman, I was considered difficult to work with because I wasn't easy to be manipulated. And in that game, it comes with a lot of manipulation. I just thank God I didn't let myself and the people around me had my back and ain't let me fall. Because it was ugly. It got ugly a lot of times in that game. So when I tell y'all the interview with JT was everything to me, because at that time I was ready to get out the industry. It took me a long time to get in touch with JT, and I manifested that and I prayed about that. I said, you know what, I gotta get with this dude JT. Back then, JT, this was before before the scamming rumors came allegedly and all the stuff they try to put on JT. JT have always been a solid dude. Pioneer, a GOAT in this industry. When it comes to the independent game, that boy JT got the blueprint. So for 10 years, it took me to get in touch with this dude, JT. I went to California. I think when I was in California, they kept saying, JT, 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 and Mac Dre. I'm like, who is this dude, JT? I gotta find out how he is investing his money and flipping it. Because as a female artist, I was still independent, and I was still a entrepreneur and a business owner where I had other things I was invested in, but I wanted to invest in music since I had a bigger bag, and I knew I was on drugs real heavy and I would blow the bag. So I was hunting JT down so he can give me some business advice and some consultation or whatever to get this money into the right places. Well, turn out I end up getting into it, finding JT on the internet, reached out to him through YouTube. Can you do an interview? Boom, da-da-da. JT showed me nothing but love. And I manifested that. So it took me 10 years to manifest that. That was something on my bucket list that I checked out because I have so much respect for JT and Tisha Boo, his wife, his beautiful wife, who is so amazing and so loving. And I love Tisha Boo. And anything she do that I know, I will support her and JT because they good people and they help me out. So I manifested that. So when it come to different things that I hear people, I guess, I don't know if it's more videos being made on me or whatever the case, how I sing, the energy when I pulled up into these lives, I felt like not even just the energy with the lives, but the emails that I was getting. I said, you know what? Let me pull up and set the record straight. Because one thing about me, I ain't no in between. I'm either hot or I'm cold. I'm going left or I'm going right. Most of the time, I go 0 to 100. There's no middle with me. There's no faking. I believe either you real or you fake. That's it. Ain't no in between. So I'm going to tell my own story. I'm going to set the record straight. Whether when it comes to these stories I be covering or my own personal lives or the things that I'm trying to get people to do to change their lives. Because it's nothing greater than hard work and being rewarded for it and sit back and patting yourself on the back and saying, I did that. I did that. Just from the moment when you got your first job, that feeling, the first moment when you got your keys to your first place, that moment when you got your first piece of paper, as when you graduated high school, college, that moment, more people need to experience the moment of hard work and gratitude, being appreciative for what you have. You don't have to have the best of everything, and you don't have to have all of everything. But what you do have to have is common sense and a strong mental, because this day and age is a lot of people falling to the wayside behind a lack of. So if you got a chance to change your life and better your life, it's nothing more greater than change, growth, development. That's what we here for, to help. You help people grow, you help people, you support people. Everything in life that really means everything is the things that is the most priceless things. And I don't care what nobody say. You can have a lot of money and still be so unhappy. You see how many people we looking up, like these people that look up to and idols and we looking at on our TVs, that's so miserable and so depressed. A lot of these artists are depressed. And it's sad. And a lot of people in our communities are depressed. And it's not even that, I'm not going to just put it on the internet or drugs, but people got a lot of pain. People got a lot of losses. These last few years, there's been a lot of losses on a lot of different sides. I mean, not just people losing their loved ones, but people is losing their jobs. People is losing their houses. People is losing their children, either due to the system or gun violence. So I always try to motivate and inspire everywhere I go. I don't just do this for the pipeline. I'm this way in real life. And a lot of people love me and gravitate to me because they can feel that energy of love. They feel that coming from me. And I don't care who a person is or what mask they wear, you can feel that. You can feel if a person don't got your best interest. You can feel if a person a thief. You can feel if a person a lie. You can feel good energy, good and bad. So when I let y'all go up out of here, I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all for coming to the channel. Y'all had some on my face. I had to watch. I was like, I don't know what that was. So I don't know. It was weird. But I just want to say thank y'all for coming to the live. Thank y'all for y'all support. If you want to support me, hit the like button in here. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Because over here, we're going to grow, we're going to inspire, and we're going to motivate, and we're going to move accordingly. Roll or get rolled over. And that's how we coming. Email me, pipelinenews2020@gmail.com, y'all. Until next time, I'm gone.